You know, there's some times where, more times than not, that meteor that scientists keep saying is coming close to hitting us. I wish it would just hit us already because we have this crap. So I saw not this, but I saw them talking about it. I was flipping through the channels. I was taking care of June, and it was like she was eating dinner, I think, at the time. But they had the news going, and they were talking about Audrii Cunningham, this 11-year-old girl who went missing, that they're still looking for her. They said that, oh, they found her red backpack by the lake, and it's been like 6 days. I'm like, she's dead. She's dead. If you're going to look anywhere, you might as well look in that lake. And I hate being right. Sure enough.
Sad news coming out of Texas tonight. Divers finding the body of an 11-year-old girl in Texas in a river days after she went missing. Here is Polk County Sheriff Byron Lyons.
But at this time, I sadly announce that Audrii's body was located at the Trinity River on the U.S. Highway 59. As a result of today's developments, I will discontinue the Amber Alert for Audrii, and I want to thank DPS, Department of Public Safety, for all their help.
Audrii Cunningham's family reporting her missing last week. That's when she didn't come back home from school. Police have now named a person of interest. He is Don Stephen McDougal, described as a friend of Audrii's father who lived on a camper on their property. Lyons said they are now preparing an arrest warrant for McDougal.
I mean, I don't know why they didn't search the water to begin with. That would have saved the family 6 days of wondering. Once they found that girl's backpack near the water, I mean, as soon as I heard it, I'm not a detective. I don't work for the freaking police. But as soon as I heard that girl's backpack was found near the water, I'm like, that's where she is. I guarantee it. What do you know? But, and don't let this picture fool you.
Little Audrii Cunningham was last seen in the company of this man, who was supposed to take her to the bus stop. Cops said Don McDougal was the main person of interest.
They're rating him at the moment as only partially cooperative. They say he admits to being with Audrii that morning. He was supposed to take her to the school bus stop, but he won't say what happened after that.
He sure seems like a walking nightmare. Note the swastika tattoo. Police say he may be affiliated with the neo-Nazi Aryan Brotherhood and served time in prison for child enticement.
McDougal resides in a camper behind the residence where Audrii lives with her father, grandparents, and other family. The family does have a relationship with McDougal.
There were some occasions that he did drop her off at the bus stop or even take her to school if she missed the bus.
Audrii's mother is also speaking out.
You're broken, you're mad, you're lost, you're empty, and right now I'm empty.
Audrii's parents are coming under heat for placing their precious daughter in the care of a man like McDougal. I wouldn't leave my dog with him, goes this edgy comment. And that man looks like an absolute creep.
The mother said that she was unaware of this guy's past and his criminal history, and it really is alarming why this guy was ever allowed to be around this little girl.
I mean, I'm sorry, but like why would you think this was a good guy? Why would you see that and think, yeah, this seems like a guy we can trust? He seems like a fine, upstanding citizen. Let's leave him, our daughter, in his care. I see nothing that could possibly go wrong. Even if you didn't know about his prior arrests and law enforcement dealings, that alone should be all you need to know about this guy. And it's like they always say, these victims, the ones who are the perpetrators are usually the ones closest to them. He lives basically in their fucking yard. And it's a shame that it had to come to this 6 days later. Again, And as soon as they said that this was a dude of interest, I'm like, he did it. He did it. I don't even need to hear the whole story. I know he fucking did it. I know he did it, and I know exactly where that kid is going to be found. And sure enough, here we are a couple hours later, and I was right. You know, and as a parent, for you guys who are parents, this should fucking piss you off. If you know someone who's leaving their kids in the care of like someone like this, just stop. Just, you know, take a couple hours to watch your kid if you need to, but it's not worth losing your kid over. You know, it's not. You know, if your boss calls you up and says, "Hey," it's like, "Hey, I don't have a babysitter right now. Sorry. I'll be in a couple of hours or whatever," but come on, the fucking swastika. Why would you look at this guy and say, "Yeah, he's a fine, upstanding citizen. Let's trust him with my freaking 11-year-old daughter"? Meteor 2024. Make it happen. Seriously, make it happen. I mean, and I wish I could say I feel bad for the parents, but losing I feel bad for her family, not so the parents, because they knew, at least the father knew, that this guy was a fucking scumbag. But the mother shouldn't even need to be told. Who looks at that and says, "Yeah, you can watch my kid for me"? So I feel bad for any grandparents or other siblings or, you know, aunts and uncles or whatever they may have. But for the parents, you left your kid under the supervision of a complete fucking jackass, a complete creep. And I hope, you know, this is just my personal humble opinion. You know, when people go to prison, when you do stuff like that to a child, you get special attention in prison. And I hope this guy gets a lot of attention. You know, I hope they get a lot of attention. That's all I'm saying. Not to mention, just for that alone. But after doing that to that child, and that's the worst part, you don't know what happened. We know the child is dead. We know she's dead. Who only knows what happened to her between the time that he took her and the time that she was fucking killed? And again, as a parent, whoever's watching this as a parent, that should infuriate you. That the parents of this kid left her in left this guy in charge of her while they were gone. It should infuriate you. So we'd have no idea what she was actually dealing with when she was taken by this asshat. And we don't know what her final moments were. I mean, if she's been in that water for 6 freaking days, then chances are any sort of DNA from certain places will probably be gone at this point. So there's, you know, we can only speculate. But again, Meteor 2024, make it happen. That's all I'm saying.